This is breaking out on not any specific company news, but just appears to be a technical breakout. Had a big down candle on the daily a few weeks ago, then it's been a bit of a consolidation, roughly in that from like 12 to consolidation, almost of a downtrend, from 12 to really $3, and so now we're really seeing a pop from that kind of oversold area. It is almost a bit of a recent IPO. Looks like in February. Kind of traded around that, 40 to almost $65 range. But then really lost a lot of its value. And so today just appears to be a bit of a breakout. Again, like I said, on technical. Not much volume in the morning, but it was really this kind of break of, I would say, probably $4, and kind of and that also that test of 410 is really what sent it off. I mean, I think the $4 range is probably a most likely level that people were risking off of. So once that broke out, then you see tons of volume come in. A lot of stop losses and cover calls were probably getting triggered. Then it's just kind of a snowball effect of people getting in, looking at the chart, seeing it as a possible buy and squeeze opportunity. Finished off today pretty strong, just on a last pretty decent uptrend above VWAP the whole day. I think, really if it holds this, I would say almost 6, but more like 610 level, it's definitely got more potential than for a bigger move tomorrow. Volume was pretty strong throughout the rest of the afternoon. I think, if we stay above that 610, possibly looking for ultimately like a break of 6.9, break 7. You might see possible more moves on the upside. Otherwise, if it can't really hold this 610, might get a retracement down to somewhere between maybe 550. It seems to be a little bit of a point of inflection from trading today. And I think, that 550 level, that'd probably be the next support. I think really, if it were to ultimately get to like 15 something, then it'd have a huge gap to fill. I don't know if I necessarily see that happening unless it just gets a lot of momentum from buyers and just kind of a cycle of technical squeezes. I think right now it's the 610 to 690 range is really the key levels in play for any continued momentum tomorrow. Definitely be one to watch tomorrow. Let's look at SNOA. Looked at this one this morning, gapping up on some news. Just didn't really have the strength to continue with an uptrend today. Hit that resistance near that 425 level in the pre-market. Roughly like I would say a near-term high. That level didn't have enough to break it, and then it's kind of hovering around VWAP during the pre-market, but fairly volatile, so kind of hard to really determine strength or weakness. But it's such a huge gap up from recent price. If it didn't have the strength, so big sell-off on the open, and then just really volatile, ultimately fading down and trading into this 355, 325 range for the majority of the day. I think right now it's sitting pretty weak. I don't see much signals for it to be strong again tomorrow. Volume faded off pretty hard throughout the day. It definitely would need to reclaim that 375 level. First, it's going to have to re-break the 3.5 and then 375 for a possible test of 4. Again, if it can't hold this 325, we might just see a retracement down to maybe $3 is perhaps another point of consolidation. $3, 305, looking pretty weak. So if it can't really hold this 325, I would expect it more of a retracement down to 325 or 305 rather. Let's look at HCDI. Looked at this morning. Made a huge retracement today, making new highs in the pre-market to then just absolutely getting demolished throughout the day. It's been kind of on an uptrend, but really more so of a technical play. I think yesterday we kind of had the breakout above, past highs. It's really a breakout of the $3 and the breakout of that 320 level. That's kind of the big moves. Then it had some continued momentum after hours and really volatile pre-market, but reached that new high of 414. But just because it was a technical play, I think had tons of sell-off on the open, and then it just really didn't have the momentum to continue any upward trend. We hard sell in the open, then fairly volatile, grind up past VWAP, but then hits this, roughly this 375 resistance, can't hold, breaks it, then just flushes through VWAP, and then just really can't find support the rest of the day. Just continues to drop down. Now at that 2.8 level, that 2.8 is a pretty strong point of consolidation previously, so kind of makes sense that it found a home there, but it really didn't even stop at this $3 range much. Kind of, you see, just almost initially broke through right away, consolidated a little bit, but still just could not. The volume just kind of fades throughout the day. Zoom back out. Kind of held the 2.8 for a while, but just kind of broke this at the end of the day. Now in after hours, I think it's probably going to find a range of consolidation between the 2.8 and I would say almost 2.6. It really has found a home there before. I think it's going to kind of do that again. I think after today, it was pretty big volume on this retracement daily. Nearly as much as a previous gap up day. So I think it's going to turn off really any type of buying. I think unless for some reason it had a catalyst tomorrow, maybe gets more people's attention, you might be able to have some squeezes up today. I'm sure there's a lot of new short positions off today. Probably risking off of 4, definitely this 375 level. And then this, I would say probably 350 are probably good levels of risking off for, based off the chart on when people would have gotten in. Ultimately though, I think tomorrow it's going to just kind of trade sideways in this 2.6, 2.8 range.